Welcome back to my channel. Get ready for anime entertaining videos. Hi, I'm Flashy Sensei. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat. Let's dive in. For the review of Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse. Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse. This animated movie takes place a year after the Brooklyn teen and newly minted Spider-Man, Miles Morales, voiced again by Shameik Moore, was bitten by a radioactive spider. In Into the Spider-Verse, from 2018. Miles learned how to be his city's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man with the help of 5 other spider heroes, all different Spidey incarnations transported from their original universes after a super collider explosion tore through the multiverse. Now Miles is 15. And though he has a handle on his powers, he's struggling to balance academics with his extracurricular hero work, on top of the usual adolescent woes. As Miles's parents get increasingly suspicious about their son's double life, he has to fend off the pesky villain Spot, Jason Schwartzman. As the perfect goober, who powers up into a transdimensional super being, who poses a real threat to the multiverse. In her separate universe, Gwen Stacy, Haley Steinfeld, aka Spider-Woman, Miles's pal and quasi-romantic interest from the first film, joins a task force of multiverse-jumping heroes called the Spider Society. They chase anomalies stuck in the wrong world in missions led by the brooding Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara, Oscar Isaac. But once Gwen and Miles reunite, and Miles discovers the Spider Society, he finds out he might actually be the real threat to the Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse achieves the challenging task of building a sequel that not only replicates the charms of the first film but also expands the multiverse concept, the main characters and the stakes, without overinflating the premise or shamelessly capitalizing on fan service. In other words, Across the Spider-Verse pulls off a Spider-Man, No Way Home, the Tom Holland vehicle that also played with alternate versions of Spider-Man, better than No Way Home did. That includes its inclusion of clips and cameos from former animated and live-action Spider-Man media, which nicely cohere with the rest of the film. Each Spidey we encounter, even briefly, is fully realized, and a welcome addition to the story. Even for those who might not pick up on the deep-cut references to the 80s and 90s comics. Pavitra Prabhakar, Karan Soni, aka Spider-Man India, is designed with nods to contemporary Indian fashion. Spider-Punk, Daniel Kaluuya, a contrarian cool guy rocker with combat boots, piercings and a devil-may-care attitude, is drawn in the wild 2D, collage style of album covers, concert flyers and zines from the 80s London punk scene. And the way they move Pavitra's fluid web-slinging, Spider-Punk stomps and thrashing, and Gwen's graceful acrobatics and endpoint landings express as much about the characters as the buoyant dialogue and highly stylized character designs. Spider-Verse also asks intriguing questions about the limitations of the canon, and whether tragedy is a prerequisite for a Spider-Man origin story, the death of an Uncle Ben or Aunt May or Uncle Aaron, and whether trauma completely defines these heroes and, if so, if they can find kinship in that. The most disappointing part of Spider-Verse is the merciless cliffhanger of an ending, ushering the film into a tradition of two-parters with too much story and too little time to tell it. But Across the Spider-Verse is never dull, nor precious with its characters and comedy. Which I suppose just proves that when it comes to a Spidey census, 2's a team, 3's a party and hundreds is a multiverse crawling with opportunities. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel and like the video for more anime content.